I think for so long I really just looked at myself as kind of this kid that was a talented swimmer that just went up and down the pool, and I didn't really know who I was as a person. And I was to the point in my life where I didn't like who I saw in the mirror, and I, super ADD, so I'm always bouncing off the wall and have a ton of energy and kind of can't get me to shut up from time. So I always thought people were judging me and looking at me differently. And finally, after my most recent downfall in 2014, I just decided that the world is going to show, I'm going to show the world who Michael Phelps is. And I wasn't going to care. This is me, and if you didn't like it, it's not my problem. I'm going to be me. When I was 11 years old, I started swimming with my coach, who I swam with my whole career, named Bob Bowman, and he kind of sat down with me when I was 11 and said, I started swimming with him when I was 9, and then at 11 he sat down and was like, you could make the Olympic team. And I was like, cool, that would be awesome, why not? He's like, you could do it in 4 years. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So I stopped playing baseball, lacrosse, and soccer, focused on swimming, because that's what I wanted to do. I want to be a world record holder. I want to be an Olympic gold medalist. I want to be a professional athlete. That's what I want. And 4 years later, my coach took me there. I don't know what made me trust him right then and there. I actually, it's fun for me now because so many more stories come up through this process. And if I look back to that moment when I trusted him at 11, I think it was almost really, I was looking for somebody who had confidence in me, and like a father figure who had confidence in me, and he showed that. My father was very absent at that time in my life, and my coach stepped in, and he just believed that I could do whatever I wanted. And for me, I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. He would say jump, and I would say how high at that point. So I still remember some of the sets that we did as a kid, and it's mind-blowing to me now, and he just got me to that point, and I said, okay, well, what's next? We wanted to do absolutely everything we could to be the best that we possibly could, and I think that's really what started us brought us into basically from 99 to 05, 99 to 06, basically straight without missing a single day, 365 days a year. During that time, we were averaging about 10 workouts a week, 7 days a week. We had doubles 3 days a week. And they were 2-hour sessions in the pool, and then we had hour and a half out of the pool 3 times a week, 4 times a week. We would go to Colorado Springs to the United States Olympic Training Center, and we would train up there for 3 weeks, and we would spend basically all we did was eat, sleep, swim, and lift. That's all I did. And we would go from 5 to 7, 9 to 11, and 3 to 5, all in the pool, and then have a weight session afterwards. So we're having 4 workouts a day. Over 24 days, we're probably working out with weights 75 times, probably 75 workouts in 24 days. So at that point, it was kind of like I saw myself improving so much because we weren't taking a day off. And in the sport of swimming, if you miss 1 day, it takes you 2 days to get back to where you were. Just because you lose kind of the feeling for water and your muscles kind of get out of rhythm a little bit. After going to my first Olympics in 2000 when I was 15, I decided to not take a break afterwards and kind of get right back into it, because it's the same thing that he was talking about. Yeah. I was upset with my performance. I got 5th, and 15, yeah, it's great, but let's be honest, I don't want to come back with a participation ribbon. I want to come back with real hardware. I don't want this bullshit ribbon. So I was pissed about it. So we got back in the water the next day. Everyone else took a month or 2 off. And I remember the very first workout we did, as the meet's going on, Bob has WR written on the top of the workout. And I'm like, what is this? I know what it means, but why are you writing it here? And he's like, because we're going to break a world record in 6 months. I was like, all right, yeah, let's do it. Cool, I'm in. 6 months later, first world record. 6 months after that, broke another one, won my first world championship. And he just started proving to me that he could get me to these certain places. And we just started pressing the envelope even more. We're like, all right, what do we want to do next? How big can we really take this? I remember sitting with my agent when I was 15, 16 years old, and I just said, I want to do something that nobody else has ever done in the sport. I want to do something different. I don't want to be the second Mark Spitz. I want to be the first Michael Phelps.